Welcome all NBA fans. This is the Uneducated Network presents In the Paint with Red, and I'm your host, Red, aka Devonte Rone, as everybody know me. And y'all already know who I got over him. Big dog, Carlos Big Dog Clayton. Give it up for him, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Representing. Obviously, y'all know the NBA season is full bloom almost. I mean, it's, 20 games in, and everything is been going pretty good, as everybody know. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, I'm still in my team in my preview. But also, don't forget, too, if you haven't already, like, subscribe to Uneducated Network. Let me say that again, Uneducated Network, so you can see all the good stuff we got going on. You already know Star Wars talk. We got my boy Chris, and then we got Gaming Uneducated. Boy Shelley representing
all day.
We got the Uneducated, the Hero Talk by my boy Chris Batiste representing. Then we got Fired Up by my boy Craig Taylor-Jones.
That's right, Craig Jones in there. So
yes,
we got a lot of things going on with Uneducated Network, man. So like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that.
Well, with no further ado, here with that first second in the lane.
Hey, we got 1 second in the lane. So we have done Red's top 30. We're talking about 30 through 11 right now. So it's our top 10. This is basically the teams from last year. We're just going by the best records from last year, if you guys were wondering. So we're doing our 10 through 6 in today's episode. So 1 second in the lane, Red. Let's talk about our number 10 team. Who you got there?
Number 10, I got the Oklahoma Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm sorry, I said the name wrong. Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, I know Oklahoma City Thunder has went out this season and got some big name players. Obviously, everybody know they already had Russell Westbrook, but they went out and got Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. So obviously, the team is not doing as well right now as I thought they was going to be, but they still have a three-headed monster out there, and I think they still have room for improvement. It's just a learning experience for them. But, them type of caliber players, they have to learn how to play with each other. So I still think it's somewhat of a learning experience, but I think they do have room to get better.
Right.
So the Thunder, obviously last season they didn't have the team that they had this season. Obviously, they got rid of Victor Oladipo and a couple other no names that we don't even know. But obviously,
they go 47-35.
Yeah, 47-35.
And now this is 8-11. This has got to be probably. Look, we've seen this happen on plenty of teams that have joined together. Right. Miami Heat with LeBron and them came and they start off 9-8.
Yeah.
So they got to get their gel to go on. But right now, 8-11. The bad thing is they don't know how to close games out.
Right.
The good thing is they keep games close.
Right.
They have I believe 8 losses by 10 points or less. Right. And that's the most in the NBA right now. So it's showing that they don't know how to finish. But you think that they will be contenders when it's all said and done.
Right.
I think so too. Once they get into their groove and find out what they really want to be, who's going to have the ball in this situation or that situation, they'll be okay. I mean, they came out and played against the Thunder. They get that team all the time, they're scary.
Right.
But then you backdoor and lose to the Mavs the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa.
There ain't nothing so wrong with that.
We got them in the playoffs, but they got to work. Thank God right now the West, record-wise, isn't doing so hot. So they're only a game out of the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, they'll be the 9th seed. So they got a lot of room to improve. So we'll see about that. Number 9, who you got, brother?
Number 9, I got the Washington Wizards. Obviously, everybody knows that their players are John Wall, Bradley Beal, and the what I call them, something I used to call them, but Marcin Gortat. I call him the Greek something. I don't forget what I used to call him. But I used to call him something. But I liked them when he was in Orlando. Obviously backing up Dwight Howard back in the day. I liked him. He was a legitimate backup, center, and then obviously he got the big role in Washington. He has took the team to like a different level because they never had that big man, presence down low. And then obviously you add John Wall to that, and then John Wall coming out of Kentucky was a beast, man. I still like him to this day. He's a little dance move. I liked it. It was crazy, but
John Wall.
Yeah, but
John Wall.
and Bradley Beal, I think he's a excellent 3-point specialist. When he's hot, he's hot. I done seen the man do some dangerous things, and it was like, man, whoa, where this guy come from? And it's like, yeah. So I really like Bradley Beal. I see them last season when they went
49-33.
For 49-33. They was in the playoffs last year, and they got knocked out obviously by the Boston Celtics. In 7 games, it took them 7 games. So I really think they just have room for improvement, getting better, and obviously closing out series like they should have.
They'll make the playoffs. We know that.
Yeah.
But 11-9 the first 20 games of the season, that is not good. This team is supposed to be on the rise.
Right.
And every year, and last year was a really, really good year from 49 wins, 33 losses. That was pretty good. Now we're expecting 53 wins, 54, 55 wins.
Right.
That seemed to jump from that. Usually they're in the 4th, 3rd seed to probably a 2nd seed now. They have the talent. John Wall, Bradley Beal, studs off the bat. They also got Kelly Oubre who can, who's playing better from year 1 to year 2 to now year 3. So these guys are probably underperforming right now when they need to be getting back to that level to where they're a dominant Eastern Conference team. Because right now they're looking just pretty average. I believe right now they're the 5th seed or something like that if the playoffs started, which is still the playoffs. But you want them to be a top 2 to 3 team in the East.
Right.
Number 8, who we go rolling with, man?
Rolling with the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, you know about Blake Griffin. He's injured again.
Again.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't know how the Clippers organization think, but I mean, they decided to sign him to all this money now, and he's hurt again. I mean, he's been hurt ever since he came into the league. I mean, I remember like 2 years straight that when the playoffs came, he was injured. He wasn't there. He was gone. And I was like, man, I wanted to see Blake in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? See what he can do, and just never just got that. You know, that just I want to like never got that. You know, big moment that he's supposed to have been had in the playoffs because obviously the man can jump out the gym here. I done seen him dunk on Gasol, I done seen him dunk over Miles Golf, and I was like, oh my God, dude.
Kendrick Perkins too, huh?
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins too, yeah.
Everybody has a taste.
Man. And they obviously let go Chris Paul this offseason, getting in return Patrick Beverley, but Patrick Beverley is obviously hurt, and he will be out for the rest of the season. So that was a big buzz. They gave away a point guard to get a point guard, and now the point guard that they got is injured. And the Chris Paul, he just got back from injury and now he's in Houston doing his thing. But it's all right. And you know they got DeAndre Jordan. He's a not an offensive person. I can say he's more of a leaper. And rebound and defense for in the paint.
He's got to be the man now.
Yeah,
he's got to be the man. So you got Blake Griffin gone 2 months, pretty much.
Right.
They're 8-11 after winning 50+ games last year. 8-11 this year. There's no way with Blake being gone, Pat Beverley being gone. There's no way that this team is going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can kind of scratch it off now. Your best bet is looking for back to the lottery again. Hopefully we can get to the lottery, get a nice pick, and Blake be healthy again. But to what you were saying. You can't pay Blake all this money. But they had to, in my opinion. They had to get either Blake or Chris Paul. One, it's the Clippers. You're not looking for championships because you're the Clippers. You ain't going to win a championship. You're looking for relevancy. You want to stay relevant. You want to stay just known. Just stay good. Stay being talked about. What do you say? No rings, straight stats, baby.
No rings, straight stats. Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
that's what the Clippers are going to be, man. No rings, straight stats, baby.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. Who you got?
At number 7, I got the Toronto Raptors. Yes, sir. Obviously, last year they made the playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
And they lost to Milwaukee in the first round.
No, they beat Milwaukee.
They beat Milwaukee?
Yeah, they lost to God dog it. Who did Toronto lose to? They beat Milwaukee.
I can't even think who.
Man, does it really matter? Was it Cleveland maybe?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Toronto's just Toronto, man.
Yeah,
they stayed losing on some dumb stuff. Man.
Obviously, they got Serge Ibaka in the deal during the midseason last season, and I like that addition. And obviously, they already have Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. So with them three right there, I think they have a good chance of getting better. I mean, obviously, Serge Ibaka being the more veteran experience, obviously playing in the West and being, on Western Conference teams, and obviously making a deep playoff run. He has the experience to teach them, You know what I'm saying? This is what you have to do as far as, you know what I'm saying, how to get better, like trying to get going further into the playoffs and stuff like that. But they're still young and they're still learning. So I just think that they will eventually be better. I can see them make the playoffs, but it's going to be a kind of like of a low seed.
They'll make it. They always
7,
do.
8.
I mean, right now they're what, 3 in the East? No, I lied. 4.
4.
Yeah, 12-7 right now because the Cavs are 3. 12-7. They're going to make the playoffs. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
But we don't care about them making the playoffs. We know that it's all about what they do in the playoffs.
Right.
And we know that DeRozan and Lowry, when it comes down to crunch time, they fold up like a lawn chair in the summertime, chilling.
And yes, and you're not lying because I didn't seen Kyle Lowry fold. One
hard.
series he was so hot, and the next series he was just completely cold. He stayed 4 hours late after the game, just straight shooting, just because he was just that flat. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen them just completely fold. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he has to get better. If he wants to be
it's almost like the moments are too big for some reason. And this Raptors team they have great, a great fan base and decent players who can ball with that fan base, and they always come up short in the playoffs. It's kind of expected. Number 6, who you got, brother?
Number 6, they got the Utah Jazz. Obviously, they made they traded up. They got some people. They ended up trading for Ricky Rubio in the offseason. They gave us some other names for him because Ricky Rubio is like not a, he's not a LeBron James or Stephen Curry or something like that. So they gave a bunch of them names up for him. Obviously, I think he needs a fresh start from Minnesota because he really wasn't, the Ricky Rubio that we thought he was going to be. He always was just average or above average players or something like that.
I saw him last night against the Nuggets, man. He looked pretty good. He looked like he has a fresh take on life, fresh immediate. So once you go to the team, you kind of start over.
It's always good for a fresh start, especially going from one organization where you've been there for so long and you tried to improve, but it's so hard because the coaching changes and the player changes, and then once you get to a different organization, they embrace you as family, and they try to woo you into getting into what their system, what they want you to do. And it's sometimes it's best for people, just to get a fresh start. So that's what I like about what Ricky Rubio is doing down there. Obviously, right now they're 10-11. That's one game under 500, so that's not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Playoff started. They're in it though. They're 8 seed right now. The playoff started. That's the way the West is going right now.
And obviously they got Joe Johnson, obviously a veteran, old school guy.
Rudy Gobert just got hurt though, so it might hurt for a little bit.
Right.
Rudy Gobert being out.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert's hurt. So, and he's the I think top 3 or top 5 big man in the game right now because he can do some things, block shots, score around the basket and. Set some nice screens. So that's what I like about the Jazz.
Let's not forget Donovan Mitchell as well. Donovan Mitchell, the rookie is coming out, man. He is balling for this team. He has so much upside. It's scary. I can see in 3-4 years him being a really, really, really good player, someone that we're talking about kind of globally. He has a lot of bounce to him. I like that about him. So that's done with 1 second in the lane. Recap. Number 10, talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 9, the Washington Wizards. 8, the Los Angeles Clippers. At number 7, the Toronto Raptors. And number 6, the Utah Jazz. If you guys want to see the rest of Red's top 30, go back and click on our past shows. We have it in the description as well in the link, so check that out. And now, 2 seconds in the lane. We got a firing. David Fitzdale, man, from the Memphis Grizzlies. He is X'd out after altercations from last year. Him and Gasol got into it and kind of pushed under the rug. Had a nice playoff stint against the San Antonio Spurs. And he had that press conference where everybody was rooting. They're like, yes, we love this guy. Then the next season, they start off horrible. They start off good, actually. I think they start off 7-4, looking decent. Right. And now 8 straight losses in a row for the Memphis Grizzlies. Everything has come down. He benches Marc Gasol against the Nets a couple days ago in the fourth quarter for no reason, no explanation, just saying the coach's decision. And we heard that they've been beefing for a while. And then, crazy enough, they get the X. He gets the X. He's fired. That's crazy. So, I want to know, Red, What do you feel about the situation, and who's to blame?
I feel kind of messed up about the situation. Obviously, David Fitzdale, he did come from Miami, and he did change the culture in there a little bit. And I think he changed the way how Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, what I'm saying, as a top tier players. What I'm saying. I think he changed that and brought that into the Memphis. Because obviously, he's known to play. He's known to coach talent. So I feel like he came in and taught them how to play. And obviously they did have a good series against the San Antonio Spurs, even though they did lose. But it was more. Every game was competitive, seriously, and I liked that. And who's to blame? I would have to blame obviously the organization, because the man came in and he did change the culture. He did what he was supposed to do, even though they didn't win. But sometimes if you want to bench a player, you shouldn't have to bench a player that's that is your best player. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when the game is on the line and you want to win, you already lost 8 straight.
They said it was a close game too.
Yeah, it was a close game. So sometimes you want to, but sometimes you can't. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you want to keep your players, for down the line games, much competitive games. But when the game's on the line, you lost 8 straight. Put the man in. Come on, man. That's one of your best players that you have on your roster right now. So, you not playing them is kind of, messed up on the part of Marc Gasol, because I know he wanted to be in the game because the game was close. So, I just feel like that part of your job was just not, it wasn't right. But hey, that's what you wanted to do, so I let you do it. But I do blame the organization for just letting you go, because the organization, you came in, you learned, and you did some things, and you changed the coach, and they just. And you work, you bust your butt, and then they just let you go. So
yeah, I don't like any bit of it. Get a guy a chance. He took it to the playoffs just end of the season last year on a downward note, but you had a great series against San Antonio, which brought you back up. This year you start off a little bit hot, and then you eight losses in a row, and I just don't like when they get so quick to fire the head coach of an altercation between him and a good player. Now Marc Gasol is a great player. I like him, but if you see that team from top to bottom, what were you going to do anyways? Right. Were you really going to win a championship with this team? You weren't going to win anything with this team. Right. So why are you firing the coach? Why not wait till... but the Memphis has shown coach's stint after coach's stint. Hubie Brown, Lionel Holloway, David Yeager, and now Dave Fitzdale. They don't really care in Memphis. They just fire you for no reason. That's really weird. And that is why they always will be where they're at right now.
Right.
Good. But not great.
Right.
No, and they'll always be in that forte. So, done with 2 seconds in the lane. Now we're on to 3 seconds in the lane. My man Red. Let's talk about a little rivalry we got going on. Excuse me. Kevin Durant versus Russell Westbrook. Listen. It was hot. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. We saw when KD came out. He was kind of hurt, but he said, you know what? I'm going to thug it out because I want to play Russ in OK City. This one felt bigger than last year.
Right.
KD versus Russ. Russ got his squad now.
Right.
Now KD got his squad.
Right.
Russ say, nah, come on to my house now, see what's going on.
Right.
It's funny how Russ and gang and company, talking Paul George, and we're talking Carmelo, it's funny how they came in and just mollywopped the Warriors. It was a great, fantastic game. I want to know, before we get more into it, what was your thoughts about the game and the actual rivalry? And is this a rivalry?
It is a rivalry now. Obviously, I know, like Carlos just said, the man has a squad now. First season has a squad, so they came into OKC last year and smacked them straight in their mouth, you know what I'm saying, almost by like 20, 30 points.
Right.
And now this year, it's a whole different ball game. I got
squad up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, suit up. Let's go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Russell. What I love about Russell Westbrook, he has that competitive spirit that I love, and I thank him so much for that, because I know that you and Kevin Durant was teammates, but what he did, it's still kind of messed up because, I mean, y'all know that which y'all could have been if he did not decide to, you know what I'm saying, go somewhere else. And, you know, obviously that's a better team. But, I mean, now it's like, now you should have stayed. But no, you gone, and now I got me a squad now.
Right.
Now it's time for me to come at you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still don't think that they're going to beat the Warriors in the 7-game series, but it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be sweeps in the first 3 rounds. It's not going to be only one loss in the finals. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, that's basically just, you know, walking in there and just walking out. You feel what I'm saying? So,
people felt sorry last year for Russell Westbrook. They did, including myself.
Right.
So when they matched up, you had a good guy versus a bad guy kind of feeling. You feel bad for the good guy because you know the bad guy's going to come in, the bully's going to come in and beat you down.
Right.
Now, this one, you're like, okay, let's go. I want to see a good game now. And then the complete opposite come in. Carmelo's hitting, Paul George is hitting in that game, Russell's doing this thing. They're going at it. Said a lot of bad words that children should not be listening to.
Yes.
I enjoyed it.
I can't wait to see them in the 7-game series. I can see them Western Conference Finals.
Ooh, hey, it couldn't happen.
Game 7. Ooh, man, what you said. That's going to be some love. Oh, man, I'm going to have the TV turned up so loud. I just don't even know.
Right.
I'm just going to be loving it because, I mean, I know Westbrook is just going to go 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about Russell Westbrook. The man is like, you know, a freak of nature, man. The man can do whatever he want to do. And now that he got people around him that can do it too, oh, man, come on, man. It's just bread and butter for me because, I mean, I want them to beat the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I want them to beat them so bad. But I know it's kind of hard because, you know, the Warriors has just got, they got that defense and they got, you know, the offense that's just you know, flawless, you know what I'm saying? But I know that series that I just know if that series happens, it's gonna be a series to watch. But I'm telling you, tune in for that series. If it happens, tune in.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Must see TV, man. All right, so before you get rolling about the Warriors, how that ruffle your feathers, man. I tried to give you about 10 minutes on those Cavs. You kept talking. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you about a good 8-9 minutes on Cavaliers. So you know. That's done with 3 seconds in the lane, y'all. So we are now talking about Cavaliers talk, everyone's favorite topic of this show. So that being said, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to give you about a good 9 minutes to say what you got to say. First off, Cavaliers, 9 straight wins in a row now. They have been balling. We'll also talk about LeBron being ejected. Talk about LeBron dominating Ben Simmons in the Philadelphia 76ers. And we'll talk about D. Rose and is he retiring. So we're going to go all that in like 10 minutes tops. Let's start off. 9 straight victories for the Cavaliers, Red. Okay. What's going on? What turned it all around? What's happening?
Obviously defense. We came out and we got tired of just getting bullied around and everybody just letting everybody shoot, and we finally decided to play some defense. OMG, thank God. I love the Cavaliers. Thank y'all. I just wanted y'all to play some defense, and y'all see what defense does. It wins games. So, I mean, I'm happy because of that. That's the reason why we won 9 straight games. Thank God.
Is it going to continue happening? Is it surge? Are they going to continue doing this?
It can, like I said, if we continue to play defense, and also too, I forgot to mention second unit. D Wade has came to play with the second unit. And he's coming in with the second unit and being a leader, facilitator, and a scoring presence.
Right.
And for the second unit, I love it, and I just can't get enough of it.
I'll break some numbers down to you. 28.2 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game, 8.1 assists per game, and 1.3 steals per game. That is MVP numbers, right?
Right.
Well, that's LeBron James' number. You've been saying it for the whole entire time. Even when they were struggling, you're like, LeBron James the MVP.
Right.
I said Kyrie. I think right now I'm jumping back to LeBron James bandwagon. Right now, what he's doing with his team, and I'm so glad that, if for LeBron's sake, that Kyrie left so he doesn't have a 3-headed monster. He returning back to old LeBron,
right?
You know, taking over games and putting his stamp on games, and usually he sits back and just facilitates or he shoot threes and just lay back against that Philadelphia team. And from the get go, he was attacking And he's been doing that for the last 4 or 5 games now. So I'm glad that part of him is coming back, because I said this: they have to get the best record overall to win against the Warriors. You got to have home court advantage. You got to against the Warriors. Yeah. So I think he's starting. Someone sparked a fire in him or said something, because we got to win games. 9 straight wins in a row is not bad at all, man. LeBron James, MVP, right?
Yes, sir.
MVP. Good God. All right, so let's talk about LeBron's ejection. Played against the Heat. Was it yesterday, I believe?
Yes.
Played against the Heat. And he got 2 techs pretty fast. It's probably the fastest 2 techs I've seen in my life.
Right.
But I want to know his first time being ejected in his whole entire career.
Right.
Was the ejection warranted? Was it needed? Was it necessary?
I kind of feel like it wasn't needed. Obviously, the game wasn't close, but I mean, you don't cost us. The game could have been closer, and you could have cost us the game. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why I feel like you should have just held your composure, LeBron. I know you're the best player, and I know. But to be honest, you didn't even get fouled. I mean, just being honest.
He did. No, he did
didn't
not.
Even get fouled, man.
He did
so
not.
You cost yourself to get yourself tossed out of the game. Got 2 techs in less than 5 seconds apart, and you got ejected from the game. But, I mean, I understand, yes, like I said, you are the best player, but you got to learn how to keep your composure.
To LeBron's benefit, he's done that plenty of times in his life, but being who he is, he's never been ejected. I think now that, kudos to that referee, in my opinion. I think it was necessary. And our phone just went down. Better count, y'all. We're back. Yeah. Well, we moving too much. That was me getting up, probably. Yeah. Hello, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
But no, so LeBron, big kudos to the referee, excuse me. Referees, a lot of referees don't make that call. But back-to-back, so LeBron has like a fake hidden kind of swing going on, and then he gets a tech for that.
Right.
Then kind of turns back and says a lot of 4-letter words to him. Another tech. So I think it was warranted. He's just been doing that all his life, but him being who he is, referees give you leeway to superstars.
Right.
But in that one, sometimes maybe the referee, you know how his day was. You know if he woke up and realized his wife was with another guy. You don't know what's going on, man. So he was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Back to back. So I'm like, whoa. I thought it was necessary for the tech. It was warranted. Even Tyronn Lue said he deserved to get ejected. I mean, thank God we won the game, but he deserved it. Yeah. And like you said, did not get fouled. So now, what I really want to talk to you about, man, is your boy Derrick Rose. He was supposed to come on here, and it's ironic because since D Rose has kind of been out of the lineup, they've been winning a lot of these games now. But he had an ankle injury this season so far, and he asked the Cavs if he can take a little vacation and reflect on life before he decides what he wants to do with himself. I want to know, is D Rose retiring? And if so, does it have any impact on the Cavaliers?
I feel like Derrick Rose is kind of retiring, and I feel like sometimes that he's kind of not. Obviously, you want to play basketball. That's what you've been known to do, and you are an NBA superstar when you want to be. But the part where you thinking about reflecting on life, if something that's really affecting you to want to step away from the game, then I'll say step away from the game. Because, I mean, I don't want you to affect what we're trying to do in Cleveland to, let that all come, and hinder or mess with, what we're trying to do in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like that it's like a very big problem for you, I feel like that, yes, you can go ahead and retire. Does it have an impact on the Cleveland Cavaliers? Obviously, right now, no, because we won 9 games without him. So it doesn't affect us. We just want you to get better and want you to, if you need to, take all the time you need to get yourself where you need to be at and see if you want to come back and play with the Cavaliers. I
feel you on that, man. D Rose, I've never seen a story like this.
Yeah.
Highly recruited from Chicago, goes to Memphis, number 1 overall pick, goes to his hometown team, the Bulls. He's having a monster rookie year, a monster second year, third year wins MVP. Same season, misses Taylor's ACL, the next season, excuse me. And then, out the blue, he's just washed up.
Yeah.
Comes back a few times, and then he has this I can play but don't want to play
Right.
kind of thing. I don't want to be crippled for my son's birthday parties, stuff like that.
Right.
And from a number one pick to MVP to basically nobody, I've never seen anything like this. He will go down as probably the only MVP in NBA history to not make the Hall of Fame. That's what it's going to go down to. Look, much respect to D Rose. If you want to retire, I think it's best that he does, or at least retire for a year. Get your mind right. Because one thing we know that his mind is not in the right place.
Right.
To get your mind right, get away from basketball, get away from everything, and clear your head. Be with family, be with friends, positive people in your life, because that's what he needs right now, some positivity. So, hey, Cavs are rolling. They're rolling. They're looking good. Once again, for those who are doubting, we always said, well, just wait. Cavs are going to get together. For those who believe that. And for those who didn't believe it, you just want to believe it, not believe it just because the Cavaliers. You know?
Yeah,
but
I believe.
We knew they believe in the land, right?
Yeah,
we knew the Cavaliers are coming back, and now they are the best team in the East. And I've been saying that since the season started. They will be the best team in the East, and I think, in my opinion, they will be representing the Eastern Conference once again. But with that being said, hey, comment. I want to hear what y'all to say about the Cavaliers 9-game winning streak. Do you guys like it? And what about D Rose? Is he coming back or not? Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about that, man. So that being said, I think we wrapped it up, y'all. We talked about the Reds top 30, 10 through 6. We talked about David Fitzdale, and then we also talked about KD versus Russ, and of course Cavaliers talk. That's what we got, man. So for Devonte Rone, aka Red, I'm Carlos Clayton. And this is In the Paint with Red. Know what it is, guys. Stay smart. Stay educated. Peace.